lost her arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense? Me and the devil got too much in common, I swear. Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it, I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, I ain't. Your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go fall for bridge. My black boys, I got boys that knock off your lid. I doubt you're gonna pop off, so hop off my. What you mean? I said, what you mean? Listen, I don't trust her, so no. I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? You thought I was finished, you thought it was over. You thought I retired, you thought I was fishing with Kobe. I'm still as ill as considered as one of the coldest. Still a put a partner rapper here like Moses. I'm throwback like a molar roller. I'm cooler than a cup of yogurt. Black flag board, truck soldier. I'm cool with laws and Ayatollahs. Rap god, Cyclops and Ogre. I'm King Kong, ain't nobody told you. You think road still. And Bobby Brown about to go get. Paul McCartney, I'm rich. I'm Muhammad Ali, I talk. I'm James Brown, about to tear down this. I'm Michael Jackson, them bad as bag gon' get it. What you mean?
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, you tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock y'all got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm off board for these. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
tryna. Yes on, yes on, yes on, yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't got. Say less.
Hey, hey, hey. Ransom. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Ransom. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Ransom. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a running man. Sandals slipping off my feet on the sand. Counting up the bills with my dominant hand. Yo, yo, choose up. Take this, appreciate it. This too. Right, tear up the rim shot. I'm going global, coast to coast like my G.I. Joe present. I've yet to see a Cobra. So off my rocker got me sipping club soda. Some bombs never go off, some stars never blow up. I'm pitching in, never in the dugout. Reaching in my and I can't take a head count. Flashback, 03, things was looking run down. Now I set foot in the place, it's a luau. Killing like 10 counts, y'all know how we get down. House with the fence around, y'all know that we en route. Transition from the Impala to the Fisker. I should charge admission for that to get the dessert. Left the doors up, now the Lambo has pigtails. Since you getting comfy, I'ma let you sit there, I'ma let you stay there. When I shed a tear, they didn't have no care. So I'ma charge retail. I brought some cause you say you want sick. If you love sick in the room, you best get well. Every dog has its day, what the no tuck. Sway Lee, Winter Magazine, double XL. Floss with your Gucci on, dipped in colors burst on the cars and the jewels. I'm a wanted man. Seats looking like they got a spray tan. When I was without, not a helping hand. I got some guys that throw it back and make me drop the cans. I told Ben Frank just to drop a pin. I could let my fit go to the highest bid. Yes, I might drop in. It all depends. Junior high, I was dreaming of a 10. I'm coming clean though. I mean, not a spec. My girl be serving looks. I can the chef. Katana sword popping out my walking cane. I'm overseas, my Cali Bay like how was Spain. We getting to the money and you having issues. I bought a and it came with a wetsuit. The Buddha left me without breath. I really am a mess. I'm mooching off myself. She be hoping that I take a knee. Yes, I be open to that shrimp life. This is how we live. This is how we exist. Love the kicks and we love the hits. All in the house and I'm wrecking. If I sleep, I'm a wrecking. I'm in my own world. Throw the money up and make my own weather. Mommy playing, tether on leather. Money talk, it's a lecture. 80 pointers dance on me, it's electric. Don't hate, I'm still unaffected. Chipper on my shoulder, I move undetected. She said pop the question got deflected. Man, that made my boy, then my brethren. Let's cut to the chase. It's only on the house when we in the place. My used to lava boys got it up in some flames. Stirring up the cup with my wrist souffle. Shaka Zulu chains with my name engraved. I told you on swing, don't say my name in vain. We bring it to your door like, you rang? Spending all the money, then we watch it boomerang. With the Fendi belt, angry face like, put some gold on my fingers, neck, and shoestrings. Long time no see, that's what they say when they see me, man. I've been going crazy just to stay sane. Hey.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Redskins going up against the Bears.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get it. Chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, Clements. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clements. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Yards on the punt there, and the Bears take over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll try again with Howard. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Looking at this situation, if you're at the 1, the 2, maybe you go for it. From here, you kick it.
I agree. I think you have to get points in this situation. 4th down, I don't chance it at all. I put the points on the board and go back and regroup.
So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that when their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Off the play fake, Clements. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Looking long for Thomas. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Short gain down to about the 33. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Looking to throw. Clements looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and a big turnover. His guys will get the football back. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. After the interception, here's Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Here's Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, it's Thomas. The 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Michael Thomas taking it in. And the Bears will extend their lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Working out of the gun, Cousins looking long for his tight end read. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Onto the field now come the Bears. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
All right, now look at me. Hurry up, here we go. Leopard.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Cousins dancing to his left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
A ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd down, Cousins. Flushed out right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Jordan Reed, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go right back to Howard. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Green, 39! Green, 30! Over!
This is Howard on 2nd down. Howard has the first down and then some. 20, 10, and all the way down to the 7-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 47 yards on the ground. Former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Second down, Cousins again, and a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Fights off the defender. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to float this one deep right. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So out now come the Redskins. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Howard. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down and 4 now.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Cousins now on second down. Over the middle to Evans. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks around the 37. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Cousins now to throw on first down. And Reed with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Again, this is Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A first down throw for Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1 yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
No, check, Patriot. Watch it now, Barney, here we go.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sims. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Patriot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. It's taken to the 26. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Over. All right, now, look at 56.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Out. Under 10. 10. Hot. Come on.
Second down, 8.
Let's go. 3-19. Hey, what's the ball? All right, now look at 56. Lucky 56.
Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Matt Ioannidis able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
The look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to...
That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 51 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So 2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. He's got daylight. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Trubisky. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it first and goal. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deion Sims, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now the point after try for Santos. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dykstra. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
In motion, the tight end, Reed. Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They run with Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bithema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. First and 10, it's Trubisky. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Lynch in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Cousins. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. So with a big gainer anyways, they'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down at the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Cousins now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The play clock's running down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They go with Howard again. The Bears on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. Jonathan Allen able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where did this one go out? Now they'll start with good field position, 45-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A second down throw for Cousins. Airing this one out for Evans. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Redskins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Airing this one out for Evans. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the give, running right is Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. A give to Howard. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On the handoff, this is Howard. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
10 yards still left on second down.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Running with Howard. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out.